to 68, Robert Morris falls to the Fairleigh Dickinson Knights. We're joined by Colonial's associate head coach, Charlie Busaglia. And Coach Charlie, biggest story of the game, just not able to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, we struggled. You know, we gave up 83, a lot of fouling at the end, but we gave up a lot of points too. We didn't play style of basketball that we set out to play, and we got to get hungry again. You know, we went on the road, we got 2 wins, but we didn't play real well for 40 minutes. And today, that all came out today. Some days the ball's not going to go in, and today the ball didn't go in much at all for us. We got good looks, it didn't go in, but we need to get stops down the stretch. We need to get stops and turnovers at the end, and we weren't willing to get those stops, and so we got to go back to it now, and we got to work on grinding out more wins, because you can't expect the ball to always go in every game. Last 2 games, we were able to hold those games off, but this game here, this team outworked us, they outplayed us, they deserve to win.
Talk about the final 6.5 minutes of this basketball game. It was tied up at 60 all, but the Knights went on a huge run, 23-8.
Well, we didn't do what we needed to do to stop their players. I mean, Cruz had 30 in 23 minutes. And Livermore, who was one of the focuses of the scout, she's catching the ball on the left elbow going left, she's left-handed. I mean, scouting report. Know who you're guarding. Know what they like to do. Cruz comes out of the game, you know they're going to go to Livermore. And we just didn't play with any intelligence, and we didn't play hard enough for 40 minutes on defense the whole game.
I thought Janae Brown had a pretty decent basketball game for your club. Scored 10 points, really a spark off the bench, especially in that fourth quarter run.
Yeah, you know, she sped us up a little bit, got some transition stuff, sped the game up, created some shots. You know, she's got to finish better around the basket, but she created a lot of open looks. Just didn't hit a lot of shots. I mean, Anna Nicky gave a little run there in the second half down the stretch. I was proud of the way Anna Nicky responded. She responded pretty well down the stretch because she was 0 for her first 7 or 9. And then I told her about, you know, Tony Parker and about how we talk about that. You know, we were referenced to that because he missed his first 10 in the finals or something and he hit his next 10. And we talk about it all the time about how you got to be able to come back and hit shots even though you had a bad start. I'm proud of her that she really shot the ball better down the stretch even though she had a real bad start. So it was one positive thing from that. Anna had a good second half even though she started off slow.
83-68, the final score. Robert Morris falling to the Fairleigh Dickinson Knights, the first NEC loss of the year for Robert Morris. We're joined by Colonial's associate head coach, Charlie Busaglia. Well, Coach Charlie, how do you respond after this NEC loss?
Well, you got to go back to the films. You got to show them the things they're not doing well. You know, on defense, whether we're in zone or we're in man, you got to play with more energy. You know, how do you teach missing wide open shots? I mean, we were one of the best shooting teams in this league for the last 3 years. I mean, we shoot the ball well usually. I mean, it's the defense that we got to go back to. You know, the offense, we got looks. So it wasn't the plays weren't working. It's just that some days you're going to miss those shots. Causing turnovers and layups on the other end and, you know, getting offensive rebounds and putting it back in. That's what's going to help you win games. You're not going to win games by just hoping you shoot well every time. So defensive accountability and film session for sure.
Another veteran coach comes into the Sewell Center with his team on Monday, Brian Witten and the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers.
Yeah, you know, he's changed his look a little bit, like I said before. And, you know, they got some things going for them there. So like Fairleigh, who didn't have a real good record, we saw Fairleigh's doing some good things. If you let them get comfortable, it's going to be tough. I haven't focused on Mount yet, but I'm sure they're going to be the same kind of team that, you know, they're going to be able to take you down just like they took us down if we don't play harder on defense.
Charlie, thanks a lot for your time. We'll talk to you again on Monday.
Thank you.
Again, the final score, 83-68. Robert Morris falls to the Fairleigh Dickinson Knights. We'll talk to you again on Monday as Robert Morris takes on Mount St. Mary's. Tip-off at 2 p.m. For Justin Piles, I'm Adam Gusky. We'll talk to you again on Monday.